Hello, hello. Welcome back to Math Made Possible. I believe I can. I'm your current teacher, Miss Howard, and today we're going to be reviewing the fifth grade illustrative math curriculum, Unit 3, Lesson 4, and this will be a summary. Today we're going to be talking about how to solve problems using unit fractions. All right, so here's an image that is going to be representing a playground. And as you can see on this diagram, this playground has many different things that you all engage in, like basketball, swings, we have the grass area, and even a pond. Now, what we have to do is take a look at this whole area as one area or one hole for the playground. This is one hole. And we are going to find the side lengths for each of them and to determine the area for each of them. So let's talk about what our formula is for area. Well, we should remember from our previous unit that the area formula is going to be length times width. And all we're doing is finding the side lengths for each of them. All right, so let's take a look at this first one, which is the basketball. All right, so we're going to consider this basketball as 1/5, as you can see right here, 1/5 of this hole. That's one way to think about it because both sides are filled in. Another way to take a look at it is now breaking it down according to the side lengths. So as you can see here, if I took this basketball, this image, and I just looked at the basketball, I see that only one is shaded yellow and there's 4 that's shaded blue, but we have to find out what the whole side would be. So let's take a look at that. Let's go ahead and highlight this side orange. Let's erase so you're not confused. I don't want the pink to confuse you. So let's erase that. All right, so we'll have orange for the basketball. And as you can see, that's orange. One piece is orange. So that would be 1, excuse me. This is going to be a 5. Okay. And now let's go ahead and highlight this whole side length. Now it's not just 1/5. We have to determine what is this whole side. Well, this is going to be 1/5 again, because it's 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1/5. Now let's go ahead and cover up the other portion, the other side length. And we're going to determine this side length right here. And we can see that as we cover it up, both sides both sides have basketball, so that's going to be 2 out of 2. And just a side note, just in case you did not see this as 1/5, we can convert 2 out of 2 to one whole and write a similar expression at the top. And if we know that 2 out of 2 is 1, well, 1/5 times 1 equals 1/5, right? But let's go back down to this next expression. So we do have 1/5 times 2/2, and so that would be 1 times 2, and 5 times 2. And we know that 1 times 2 equals 2, and 5 times 2 equals 10. Now, again, whether you give us an answer of 2/10 or you give us an answer of 1/5, both answers are correct. It all depends on how you see it. Again, you could see it as partitioning your one whole unit or one whole area into fifths. and the basketball area is 1/5. Or you can do like I did before, which was the strategy of covering up each side and determining that's 1/5. And then this is 2 out of 2, right? And then you will see that this is 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total pieces. Now let's go ahead and do the pond. All right, so for our pond, we're going to use blue and determine the side length for our pond. So just the pond, we have this side length right here, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That didn't come out. So that would be 4. However, it's not just 4, it's going to be 4 out of 5. And let's cover that up so that you guys can see it. See it right here? So it's 4 blue and 1 yellow. So 4 out of 5 pieces are for the pond. Okay. Now that's only one side length. That's for the length. Now let's go ahead and get the width. All right. So we're going to highlight this right here. And now we're going to cover it up so you can see how many would represent the blue. And as you can see, there's 1 out of 2 pieces that would be representative for the pond. So that's 4/5 times 1/2. Again, we could write it as 4 times 1 over 5 times 2. And that will equal 4 over 2 over 10. Now let's double check our answers. As you can see here again, we have 4 that is shaded for blue, 4 pieces for blue, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, did you see how I almost made a mistake? If you don't come up with the correct amount for the numerator, then more than likely you did something wrong. Either you didn't count the total amount of boxes or you didn't write the correct expression. They should match. Okay. Now let's go ahead and calculate for our grass. All right, we're going to use green this time. And as we can see here, when we highlight that side, we have 1, 2, 3 boxes for grass. And that whole side length, as we said before, is out of fifths. And let's show you that by covering this up. Again, grass is 3 boxes out of 5. And that's for that side length. Now let's go ahead and get the width. And I'm going to highlight this side. And as you can see, without covering the box, it's out of 2 pieces or 2 parts. So 1 out of 2 parts is going to represent the grass. And so we're going to go ahead and multiply straight across. That will be 3. 3 times 1 equals 3, and 5 times 2 equals 10. We double check our answers. Again, we have 1, 2, 3 for the grass with a total of 10. The park is covered, cut into 10 pieces. All right, let's do our last one, which is the swings. All right, now you should be able to look at this diagram and see that the swings is only one box. Swings are only one box, but it's 1 out of 5 for this side length. So that's 1 out of 5. times, again, we're going to highlight, get the side length right here, okay? And let's go ahead and cover that up. And as you can see, the swings only has one portion out of two. Take a look at that. One portion out of two. So it's going to be 1/5 times 1/2, and that will give you 1/10. Now, another way you can see it is just by counting. If you just count your boxes, you should be able to get the right answer. So you see swings, there's only one box for the swings. Only one box out of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? That's how you double check your work. All right. I do thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really hope this helped. If you have any questions, go ahead and talk to your teacher about it. But I will look forward to seeing you on our next video. Oh, and before I forget, oh my, if you have not done so already, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe so you can see when we have new videos loaded. All right. Take care.